congratulations on being Ro. I am so proud of you and all that you've done this year. I just remember at the beginning of the year, like I could always tell you were very hardworking and driven. But as the year progressed, I could definitely see you becoming even more determined and more outgoing. You really learned how to ask for what you need and advocate for yourself. And I think that's a huge trait to learn in your ninth grade and like your freshman year of high school. So I'm really proud of seeing that growth. I know at first I could tell like you were hesitant and scared, but I think you really leaned into it and you became really good at doing it and you became good at asking for help for even your classmates around you and your friends. So I think that's great. And I just cannot wait to see how you continue to grow throughout the years. And I'm just really proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations on winning Royal of the Week. I'm super, super happy to hear that you got nominated and that you were chosen to win this week. This was something that has been, a long time in the making, right? Like, I knew that you would be Royal of the Week at some point in your high school career the first day that I met you. Layla, you really have truly been one of the most hardworking students in NAV Math. I see it with how focused you are and how much attention you put into the details of your work, and just how much you try to show up, even though our class is really crazy and sometimes it's just really hard to concentrate. But you're one of those students who are able to kind of like zone everyone out and make sure that you get what you need done. And I just appreciate your presence in the class. You're one of those students where I know that if you get it, the rest of the class is going to get it. And I know that if you don't get it, that means I need to do something to fix it. And I need to somehow, change how I'm explaining things so that I can be a better teacher. I also just appreciate how open you are with asking for help when you do need the help, and willing to, work with others when I ask you to work with others. Um, I think that you're doing great, and I want to see you push yourself more next year by asking more questions in class in front of the whole class, or sharing out your answers, because Layla, you have such deep thoughts and great work, and everyone needs to hear that because they can learn a lot from you. I hope that you're doing well, and I cannot wait to see what amazing things you're going to do next year, and for the rest of your high school career.
I just want to say how honored and surprised I am to be named this week's Freshman Royal of the Week. I really have to thank my teachers and my friends for this. They really helped me push through this school year and supported me a lot. My teachers especially, all of them really made me realize a very valuable life lesson, that you should never settle for something that's just good or mediocre, but instead push yourself to be great, or essentially be a royal. So I really have to thank them for that. And I also want to thank my teachers for just being amazing teachers who are understanding and just awesome at what they do. So thank you, and I hope everyone is doing well during this crazy class.
All right, LPS, welcome to 10th grade Royal of the Week. Thank you for joining us. We have a long list today for 10th grade nominees, so let's jump into it. Our nominees are Ivanka, Anna, Daniela, Ruben, Annika, Daniel Rodriguez, Milagros, Alondra V, Dahlia, Tatiana, Morgan, Jocelyn, Jaylene, and Diego. Drum roll! Our winner is Diego! All right, so hopefully y'all got to see Diego. Congrats, Diego. This crown is for you. This is yours for the week. Hold that down for 10th grade. We'll set it aside and pass it on to Miss Sager.
All right, hey Diego. I really think this is a long time coming. You've been really consistent throughout the year and also since we moved online. But I think the reason you deserve this is because you're consistent, but you're never complacent. You're never sitting back and thinking, okay, I'm doing okay, I'm gonna stop trying, I'm gonna stop pushing. You're always pushing yourself one step further, trying to go one step higher in understanding, one one step further in how much work you're doing. And so like recently you were doing fine, you were doing all the work, but you started coming to collaboration and pushing yourself that one step further. And I think that's how you always operate. And I think it means you're never going to stop. You're always going to keep pushing, and it's going to get you really far. So I'm glad that you're still keeping that mindset. And I think you deserve Royal of the Week for that reason.
Go. So it's been a long time, but it's been coming. I thought that you should have been a Royal of the Week a long time ago, and for whatever reason, it didn't happen. But here we are, and I'm really proud of how you've been working really hard this year. And even when I challenge you, I remember you talking to me about your percentage that you had like 98% in my class, and I challenged you on a couple of things, and you actually responded. And you actually didn't complain, but we had a talk, and you actually responded. When I called your parents, you didn't complain, and you didn't come and argue with me about why I was talking to them. And that's something that I like about you, that you don't whine, you don't complain, you take action on whatever needs to be done. The other thing that I like about you is that you actually care for your friends. You not only you care for them, but you actually try to do something in terms of helping them with the academics. You have friends that are helping them with in tutoring in chemistry or math and other ones and other classes. And that's something that I love about you, that you actually show how you care for them, and you're a leader. And not only me, but I think other people around campus, they think that you're awesome and great. You're not perfect, but you are an awesome person that we care for, and we're glad that you're part of our family, and we really love you.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Ms. Lager, thank you, Mr. Nunez, thank you, Mr. Clark, and thank you, like my rest of my teachers, because like they have really helped me through this like distance learning to maintain my grades and like keep up with work and like make sure I'm not falling behind and understanding the material. So yeah, we might have like more time in quarantine, but like we can't like stop pushing forward and we can't let ourselves get behind like our work and stuff, so we can continue to succeed.
Very well. All right. Welcome to 11th grade Royal of the Week. Happy that y'all could be here. It's good to see all of you. Thank you for joining us. Let's jump into it and read off the nominations for 11th grade Row. Our nominees are Jesus Perez, Valerie V, Alette M, Fatima Z, Aubrey M, Eric A, Eileen A, Lizette M, Claire L, Ashley Q, and Celeste G. Big list. Drum roll! Our winner is Ashley.
Woo-hoo!
Well, congrats, Ashley. I have this here for you. There's that crown. This is yours for the week. We'll put this aside and pass it on to Ms. Arizona.
Hello, Ashley. Congratulations. I am so excited and so happy to see you here today. I got really excited when I saw your name on the list, just because we've been meeting a lot the last few weeks, and I've gotten to like learn so much about you. And I just really want to say that something that stand out to me about you and why I think you deserve Royal of the Week is one, you just take initiative in terms of asking questions. You have a curiosity that like you just like go with it. Like you're curious about classes at Chabot, you're curious about majors, you're curious about programs, you're curious about how to fill out a brag sheet, and you take initiative in terms of like reaching out to people and being like, hey, I want to know more about this. Like, what is this about? How do I do it? How do I use it? And I think that's a really awesome trait to have. The other thing too that I've noticed is you just like, kind of what you need to succeed and be a good learner, and you're not afraid to ask for that. So just the ways that you've approached me and being like, hey, Miss Arizona, like, can we have a second check-in? Can we follow up about this? Just knowing that you need that, like, and then asking for it from adults who are here to like support your learning is, I think, really great. And lastly, I just really admire how much you care about others and your peers and those around you. In the conversations we've had the last few weeks, you're just always bringing up like other peers who might need help, or asking questions that you've heard your friends ask, and like being willing to reach out to them or like follow up with them about those questions. So for all those reasons and more, I think that's why you're here, and that's why I'm so excited that you're getting this today. Congratulations, Ashley.
Thank
And I'm going to
you.
pass it off to Mr. Kim now.
I'm really happy to see you up there. I want to second everything that Ms. Arizon mentioned because I think all of those things make you think awesome. But I want to add, I think that like in our advisory community, I think these qualities you have, I think sort of your relentless, I think positivity, the amount of care you have for other people, I think like really, I think like the curiosity and the interest I think you bring to I think everything you do, those things I think are part of the heart of our advisory. I think that anyone I think who knows you knows I think that you are an incredibly loyal friend. You're an incredibly dedicated person and a student. And you're also someone that I think everyone in our community can count on. And I want to name that because I think that those are qualities that I think like go a long way. And they're things that are always true about you, right? I think they've been true about you since the beginning of sophomore year when I met you. And when I think about, I think how much you've grown and how much I think like you have really, I think like come to flourish in your junior year, especially. I think the phrase that comes to mind is I think people say slow and steady wins the race, and you are slow and steady all the way. Like you're such a consistently positive, caring, I think engaged person. And I really, really want to I think shout that out and celebrate, I think, how awesome you are. So just know that we love you and we are so, so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Arizona. Mr. Kim. Ashley, you want to share anything with us? How you feeling?
I'm just happy. And I have no other words to say.
Well, that's all you need. You're 11th grade Royal of the Week, so enjoy it. Congratulations again. And everyone, thank you for watching our video this week. Enjoy the sun. Be outside. Be safe. All right, welcome to 12th grade Royal of the Week. Thank you for joining us. Here are our nominees for 12th grade row: Lolly, Kimberly, and Andrea. Drum roll. Our winner is Lolly.
Hi.
Thanks for being here. I'm gonna pass it on to Miss O'Brien.
Okay, Lolly, I have nominated you for Royal of the Week probably like 15 times this year, like some insane number. I think every single week since distance learning, which I'll get to in a second, but also this entire year, you have just stood out to me every single time you're in my class. In AP Lit, you're constantly focused and driven and enthusiastic and willing to throw ideas out there and just mess around and try to dig into the things that are confusing or hard and work on them until you're satisfied with the quality of your understanding. But also, I've been incredibly lucky to have you as a TA in English 1. And there's two things that always happen in that context. Number one is that I constantly find myself wandering over to talk to you in the middle of English 1 just to find out what you're thinking about and what your takes are on what we're teaching. And also you're often doing your AP Lit homework, and it's always interesting to hear your thoughts. And I just always see your commitment and your creativity and how much you care about doing a good job. But then also in English 1, it's been amazing to me this year how easy it is for me to just say like, oh, you know, Lolly, I haven't warned you that we're going to be talking about this topic today, but I have a feeling you've got something to say about it. Like, why don't you teach these freshmen for a second? And then I can just sit back and literally to the point where you've gotten up in front of the whole room of students and started writing on the whiteboard to explain different concepts. And you're really good at it. Like you have an understanding of the material, but also an understanding about how to talk to people, how to connect to the freshmen, how to make the freshmen trust you and really want to learn from you. That seems to come totally naturally and is really impressive and speaks not only to your intelligence, but also the kind of charismatic and warm person that you are. And then now the way that's translated with distance learning has been, number one, your AP Lit assignments like are so consistently good, and not good like you checked every box, you got an A. It's like you checked every box, you got an A, and then you kept working at it for like another hour to make it like that next level of excellence. And it shows in like just the amount that you've learned this year and how good you've gotten at what you do. Which is really phenomenal. And then also with English 1, to go back to that, you've offered you know, constant, like the first week we had distance learning. Again, this week you've offered to help out with those students to keep the freshmen on track. And there are students who are not that motivated and are not checking in and not staying engaged in that way. But you continue to go above and beyond with distance learning. You continue to care about more than just your learning, but the learning of everyone else. And even like me, like you're trying to help me out and make my job a little bit easier by helping out the freshmen for me. So I just admire it so much. And I'm so glad you're Royal of the Week this week, because you've been Royal of the Week every week. People say that, and it's like, yeah, the teachers always say it, but you've been Royal of the Week every single week that I've known you. Oh, I was going to say this. Now I'm going on forever. But the first time I noticed you was like August 1st or something, when you finished the summer homework like 3 weeks before anyone else. So that's the first time I noticed you, and you've been that person ever since. And I'm just really, really proud of you. So congratulations.
I'm really excited to see you here too. I'm going to probably be saying some things that are going to sound a little bit redundant after hearing Miss O'Brien. But one thing, I haven't been nominating you week after week. I only nominated you this week. But the week I nominated you, you won. So I guess I'm lucky. But I actually am kind of kicking myself, because I should have been nominating you week after week. Because as I'm listening to Miss O'Brien, I'm saying, you know, she has been a rock star all year long. Like, why isn't, you know, why am I just now at the end of the year, you know, putting your name up? So that's on me. But better late than never. There are kind of two different types of students that I see that do really well. There are the students who are very, very grade motivated. They want to get that A, they want to get that grade. And then there are the students who are motivated by just a genuine and intrinsic love of learning, and love of learning for its own sake, that you know, a passion for knowledge and understanding. And you very much fall into that second category, which leads to the first, right? If you have a passion for learning and a passion for knowledge, you're gonna get the grade. But you know, as a teacher, you can just tell. You can tell when a student, you know, is gunning for that A, or when they're gunning for that one more piece of interesting information that I can just, you know, fold into what I already understand about how the world works. And I can tell that that's you. And then also what Miss O'Brien was saying about, you wanting to not just support your own learning, but the learning of your peers and of other students. I saw a perfect piece of evidence of that when we were having the meeting about the AP psychology. And it probably looks like I'm looking down because I'm looking at your face on the screen. Look at the camera. When we were having the AP Psych meeting, and we were talking about, troubleshooting things that could happen when people are taking the test, you just, like, without even being prompted, you dropped in the demo, into the chat box, because you were looking to support your peers and make sure that they had access to as many resources as possible. And that, at that moment, when I actually looked over and I saw you drop that in, I'm like, oh, I should nominate her for Royal of the Week this week. And so, yes, here we are. So congratulations. Great job all year. Great job with distance learning. And I'm sure you'll do a great job next year. I can't wait to hear about it.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Lolly, I haven't forgotten this is for you for the week, so congratulations. And do you want to share anything out? How are you feeling right now?
I don't really have anything to say, but thank you. And yeah.
Short and sweet. Congrats again. Thank you, Dr. Siegel, Miss O'Brien. And thank you everyone for watching, and we will catch you next week.